Hi, I'm Father Nathan, here with the Marian Faith Network, and this time we're actually on tour, bring you reflections on what it means to be consecrated to Mary from places that are actually important to her. And so we're here at Knock in County Mayo, Ireland. Behind me you'll see a church, and in front of that church several statues. This is the actual location where Our Lady, St. John, and St. Joseph appeared next to an altar upon which the Lamb of God, of course, was seen surrounded by angels and with a cross behind him, just like you can see in the statues there. As you can also see, there's all kinds of people here praying the rosary, and this is just a typical day here in the middle of the summer. I wanted to take this time to reflect because for those of us who are consecrated to Our Lady, sometimes we can wonder, what exactly is it all about? I mean, I can make the consecration as an act of love. I can make it as an act of, well, sometimes desperation, as we're just trying desperately to find God. I can make it also with a real sense of mission. And I'd like to propose that that sense of mission is perhaps the sense that's especially linked to this place at Knock. You see, when this apparition took place behind me, there was rain coming down. Most of the people in the town lived in these little cottages with a thatched roof, very one-room type of place with a very simple setting. And they lived in great poverty. This was a place in Ireland that was extremely affected by the potato famine, the same famine which brought so many people from Ireland to the United States as immigrants. Well, there was over 1 million people who died right here in Ireland out of hunger, out of disease. It was a terrible time. And this apparition came to bring hope. And I think it's so neat that even today, over 100 years since, people still come to this place to find hope. And I wonder if that's maybe not the mission that those of us who are consecrated to Our Lady have, to be witnesses to heaven, witnesses to the reality of God and His love in this world, witnesses by simply being present wherever we are with our hearts and our minds lifted to God. Just like Our Lady, she said nothing in this apparition, either to St. John, either to St. Joseph. But to this day, their silence echoes and their presence remains. And those of us who are consecrated to her maybe have to accept that silence sometimes, even in our own situations. But our hearts need to always be turned towards God. Because if we're living with our hearts towards God, everyone around us will be turned towards Him as well. And this is a very important lesson for us. More important than what we say is who we are. And consecrated to Our Lady means that our hearts are consecrated with her to the mystery of God, to receiving Him and making Him present by our faith and our hope there wherever He sends us. And so I want to encourage you to realize that your life's mission is much grander and bigger than having an interesting job in the church or having any job at all. As a matter of fact, some of you probably are unemployed who are watching this right now. Take hope. You have a mission as a Christian in the world to receive wherever you are the gift of Jesus Christ in God's grace, and to live wherever you are in response to that grace in everything that you do, even in your silence. And then we'll really be children of Mary. We'll really be places in ourselves of hope and of light for this world. We'll see you next time at MFN.